Welcome back to the coin world. Old coin review and value, the ultimate destination for rare coin discoveries, numismatic treasures, and the hidden value in your pocket change. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2000 New Hampshire quarter dollar, a coin that isn't just pocket change but a piece of American heritage rich with history, symbolism, and collector's intrigue. If you think a simple quarter can't hold secrets of time and value, think again, because the 2000 New Hampshire quarter has a tale that might just surprise you. This coin was released as part of the 50 state quarters program, one of the most successful coin series in U.S. mint history. Issued in the year 2000, the New Hampshire quarter was the 9th state quarter to be released and the last one minted for that year. Each of these quarters was designed to celebrate the unique history, culture, and landmarks of each U.S. state, and New Hampshire's design is among the most memorable and symbolic of them all. On the reverse side, the coin proudly features the famous Old Man of the Mountain, also known as the Great Stone Face. This was a natural rock formation located in Franconia, New Hampshire, that resembled the profile of an old man looking out over the valley. It had been a beloved symbol of the state for centuries, appearing on everything from license plates to state seals. Sadly, in 2003, just 3 years after the release of this coin, the Old Man of the Mountain collapsed due to natural erosion. That makes this quarter not only a tribute to history, but also a permanent memory of a natural wonder that no longer exists. Below the image, you'll find the state's official motto, "Live free or die," one of the most powerful and fearless statements ever chosen for a state. These words, attributed to Revolutionary War hero General John Stark, represent New Hampshire's fierce independence and unbreakable spirit. Together, the motto and the Old Man of the Mountain reflect the state's identity: proud, enduring, and resilient against the passage of time. The obverse of the coin, like all quarters in the series, features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan and first used in 1932. However, the inscriptions, "United States of America, Liberty in God We Trust," and quarter dollar serve as a reminder that even though each state has its individuality, every coin still represents one unified nation. The 2000 New Hampshire quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produce coins for general circulation, while the San Francisco mint struck special proof versions, some in copper nickel clad and others in 90% silver, made especially for collectors. Now, here's where things get interesting. Not all New Hampshire quarters are created equal. Depending on mint errors, condition, and rarity, certain coins have become quite valuable. Some 2000 quarters feature off-center strikes, double dies, or planchette errors, which can make them worth far more than their face value. 1991 Jefferson nickel, lying in your pocket change or hidden inside an old drawer. Don't spend it just yet. This ordinary-looking 5-cent coin could actually turn the tables for you in a way you never imagined. Some collectors on eBay and major auction platforms have been paying surprising amounts for rare 1991 nickels, especially those with specific minting errors or pristine conditions. So stick around till the end of this video, because I'll reveal exactly how much these coins are worth and how you can sell them for the best price possible. The 1991 Jefferson nickel is part of a long-standing American coin series that started in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. It features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous Monticello home on the back. Even though by 1991, the nickel's design had been in use for over 5 decades, it still remained a cornerstone of American pocket change and a favorite among collectors. The coin was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, marked by no mint mark for Philadelphia and a D mint mark for Denver. Combined, both mints produced hundreds of millions of nickels that year, meaning that while many are common, certain variations and high-quality strikes are where real value begins to show. According to current data from eBay and other online platforms, most circulated 1991 Jefferson nickels are worth between 10 and 25 cents, depending on condition. However, when these coins appear in high-grade uncirculated condition, especially those certified by NGC or PCGS, prices rise significantly. A 1991 D Jefferson nickel graded MS65 can easily sell for $20 to $40, while MS66 examples sometimes reach $75 or more. The real excitement, however, lies in the full steps category. A 1991 nickel with sharply defined full steps on the Monticello building, meaning the steps are fully visible and unbroken, is an absolute gem. Collectors pay high premiums for these, and examples graded MS67. Full steps have sold for over $400 in recent auctions. Heritage auctions and great collections have recorded sales in the range of $250 to $500 for top-tier full steps nickels, proving how quality and detail can completely change a coin's market value. Era coins from 1991 are another reason this nickel has gained attention among collectors. Some have been discovered with off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, or broad strikes, and these can bring impressive amounts online. eBay sellers have listed such era coins for $100 to $300, and authenticated examples have reached up to $500 depending on rarity and eye appeal. Even minor die rotations or clipped blankets from this year can make an otherwise ordinary coin worth real money. Proof coins from 1991 struck at the San Francisco Mint and bearing the S mark are another category to watch. These were specially made for collectors featuring.
Have you ever looked at an old quarter and wondered if it could secretly be worth thousands of dollars? Well, what if I told you that a simple 1989 Washington quarter dollar sitting in your pocket change might just turn the tables for you? That's right, this coin, often ignored by millions, has shocked collectors and online marketplaces with jaw-dropping prices. So make sure you stick around till the very end of this video because I'll reveal how much it's worth according to eBay, major coin auctions, and online platforms, and how you can sell yours for the best possible value. The 1989 Washington quarter dollar has an incredible story that goes far beyond its face value. Minted during a transitional time in U.S. coinage history, this coin represents the final years of the traditional copper-nickel composition before the rise of state quarters in 1999, designed by John Flanagan. The obverse features the iconic bust of George Washington, a design first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. The reverse carries the bold image of an eagle with outstretched wings, a timeless symbol of American freedom and strength. Now, most 1989 quarters are made from copper and nickel and were minted in huge quantities, over 1.1 billion in total across Philadelphia and Denver. That might make it sound like they're common. But here's the twist: not every 1989 quarter is ordinary. There are rare error varieties, minting mistakes, and high-grade versions that make collectors go wild. These are the coins that can fetch massive amounts of money on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections. Let's talk about what makes certain 1989 quarters stand out. The first key factor is condition. A 1989 quarter graded MS67 or higher can sell for hundreds, sometimes even thousands, because pristine examples are extremely hard to find. Most circulated coins show heavy wear, scratches, and dullness. But if yours still has that original mint shine and crisp detailing, it could be a hidden gem. Then there are error coins, the real showstoppers. Collectors have reported off-center strikes, double die obverse, missing mint marks, and broad-struck varieties that command incredible prices. On eBay, certain 1989 quarters with striking errors have sold for between $250 and $1,500, depending on the severity and clarity of the minting mistake. One famous example, a 1989 D quarter with a dramatic off-center error, recently sold for over $800. Now, for proof versions and special mint sets, the story gets even more interesting. The San Francisco Mint struck limited proof coins in 1989 with a mirror-like finish, mainly for collectors. These proofs, especially when graded PR70, can bring in significant premiums. They're not just coins, they're art, frozen pieces of minting perfection that capture the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. During that era, online platforms.
Liberty, 5-cent coin from 1953. This small piece of nickel might completely turn the tables for you. It may look ordinary at first glance, but some 1953 Jefferson nickels have shocked collectors with their incredible auction values online. Stick around until the end of this video because I'll tell you exactly how much these coins are worth, according to eBay major auction houses and coin marketplaces, and how you can sell them for their maximum value. The 1953 Liberty 5-cent coin, officially known as the Jefferson nickel, holds a special place in American coinage. Designed by Felix Schlag. It features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases his famous home Monticello. This design had been used since 1938, but the coins struck in the early 1950s stand out because of their low mintages and the minting challenges of that era. The year 1953 saw 3 main mint locations producing the Jefferson nickel: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. Those with a small d came from Denver, and the S coins were minted in San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint, however, produced fewer coins that year, making the 1953S nickel more desirable among collectors, especially in higher grades. Most 1953 nickels are made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Although they don't contain silver, their collectible value comes from rarity, condition, and striking quality. Regular circulated examples might only be worth a few cents over face value, but high-grade versions certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC have sold for impressive prices. For example, on eBay and circulated 1953 Jefferson nickels in pristine condition often list between $20 and $50 depending on mint mark and luster. But here's where it gets interesting. Some special varieties, such as those with full steps on Monticello, can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. Full steps refers to a perfectly struck reverse side where all 6 steps of Monticello are sharply rare
visible.
because the dies
These
used
are
in
extremely
the 1950 South often failed to strike the design completely. Auction records show that a 1953D Jefferson nickel with full steps once sold for over $3,000, while a superb gem 1953S with brilliant luster and sharp detail fetched nearly $4,000 in a professional sale. Coins with natural rainbow or golden tones caused by years of oxidation are highly sought after. Collectors love unique colors that give each coin a one-of-a-kind appearance. A well-toned 1953 nickel in mint condition can double or even triple its normal auction price. When it comes to mint marks, the San Francisco S and Denver D versions are more collectible than the Philadelphia issue. The 1953S, being scarcer, has the highest premium, especially with full steps. So if you happen to find one of these in your old coin jars, wallets, or inherited collections, you might have some.
But coins in exceptional condition or with unique minting errors are selling for surprising amounts. On eBay, uncirculated 1997 P and 1997 D quarters graded MS67 or higher have sold for between $150 and $350. Meanwhile, proof coins from San Francisco with deep cameo finishes, certified by PCGS or NGC, have been sold for prices ranging from $100 to $500, depending on quality and luster, but the real treasures are in the errors. Some 1997 quarters with double die obverse strikes, off-center minting, or missing clad layers have fetched astonishing amounts at auctions. For instance, a 1997 D Washington quarter with a dramatic off-center error sold for more than $800, while another with a double die obverse recently listed on eBay reached $1,200. These errors are rare but highly sought after because they tell the story of imperfection during minting, a mistake that turns into value for collectors. 1998 Washington quarter dollar lying in your drawer or resting in your old wallet could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Some 1998 Washington quarters have sold for unbelievable prices online. So, if you have one, it might just turn the tables for you. Stick around till the end of the video because I'll reveal exactly how much these coins are worth on eBay, auction platforms, and collector sites, and also how you can sell them for top dollar. The 1998 Washington quarter might look like an ordinary piece of change, but it represents the final chapter of a historic design era in U.S. coinage. This Coin was minted just 1 year before the introduction of the famous 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999. That program revolutionized coin collecting across the United States. But before that change came the 1998 quarter closed out a 66-year tradition, the last of the classic Washington eagle reverse design that had been used since 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features the dignified portrait of George Washington, facing left, symbolizing leadership and unity. The reverse showcases a bold bald eagle perched on arrows and olive branches, a design that stood as a strong emblem of America's resilience and peace for decades. The 1998 version of this coin carries that legacy. The end of an era before a new wave of creativity began in American coinage. The U.S. Mint struck these coins in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify where your coin came from by checking the small mint mark next to Washington's ponytail. A P means it was struck in Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S indicates a San Francisco proof coin. Now, the real excitement begins when we talk about value. Millions of 1998 quarters were minted for circulation. But not all are the same. Some have rare errors, while others exist in pristine mint condition, making them highly desirable among collectors. On eBay, circulated coins usually sell for face value. But uncirculated and special varieties have fetched prices that could surprise you. For example, a 1998 P. Washington quarter in mint state, 68 condition, meaning nearly flawless, sold at Heritage auctions for over $1,500. Another 1998 D. quarter with a double die obverse error was listed for $800. On eBay, you'll find graded examples ranging between $50 and $300, depending on condition and rarity. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially those with deep cameo contrast, can also reach values between $100 and $400, particularly when certified by PCGS or NGC. But it doesn't stop there. Some rare error coins have taken the spotlight. For instance, a 1998 quarter struck on a dime planchet, meaning the wrong blank was used, has sold for over $2,000 at auction. Another was discovered with a broad strike and missing clad layer, fetching more than $1,000.